Hey guys, welcome back to CCLP3 and Lynx. You know who I am, and you clearly know what I'm playing. I just said it, but if you don't, we're playing Investment, which is this level that I stopped at last time. And it's a pretty lengthy block pushing level, but it's not like it's anything absurd. Hint, hint, yet another puzzle. But I actually like this level, so let's go ahead and get into it. But first, there's one thing I want to talk about before I start playing, because I've already tried to talk about this in two recording attempts now, and it lasted up until Marooned. And yeah, I have deleted my solutions, so, but it's not like I haven't played these levels before, so it's not that big a deal. Anyway, the one thing I want to talk about is the reason why I haven't recorded in a while is because I've had a pretty huge motivation loss for almost everything Chips Challenge related. And that does include CCLP4, honestly. But it's kind of come back now. The whole reason why it went away was because I still kind of feel this way, and I think I will always feel this way until I'm proven otherwise. But over the past couple years now, I felt like I felt like my importance in this community is pretty much gone. Like I'm not important to this community at all anymore. Just with all the new sets I've made, or any kind of contributions I've tried to make, it just never seems to be good enough to some people. And like with the June crate competition from last year, that the first CC2 competition, that was a huge one. If anyone remembers what happened then, that was a huge toll on me. And a couple others recently that I'm not going to get into, but just I don't feel like I'm being taken seriously. I feel like I'm being taken as like as a joke, basically. And I don't like it. I don't like feeling this way. And this is no one's fault in particular. It's probably me being, dumb and taking this too personally. And if it is, it figures, because that's just how I am as a person. But I don't like feeling this way. And when it comes to Chips Challenge, especially, I don't want to feel this way with this game. I don't want to leave this game. I don't want to leave the community from these things. But lately, within the past 2 weeks, I felt like I should leave the community. And I've said this in the spam chat, but if I wasn't on the CCLP4 staff, I probably would have left already. So basically, being on the staff is my saving grace right now. And that's not saying I'm going to leave when the set's done. That's basically saying, if you don't want me to leave, or whatever, I don't know how to describe it, but basically, me being on the staff is the only reason why I'm still part of this community, for now. I, of course, want other reasons to stay in this community. Like, I want to keep making levels for CC1 and eventually CC2 whenever people aren't as critical with that game and a better editor comes out. I want to make more levels for that as well. Just things like that. And I want to be taken more seriously. Okay, I'm going to start playing because I think I've gotten to a pretty decent point with this. I destroyed the wrong bomb. That's a good way to start. But I feel like, I'm part of the spam chat, yeah. But that doesn't mean, I'm an immature person. It doesn't mean, I can't talk like I can't act like a professional, or I can't do anything professionally. I feel like a couple of people have this mindset, and it does get on my nerves sometimes, but it's not as obvious as it was in the past. when I can admit the spam chat was kind of obnoxious, and we do have our obnoxious moments, yeah. But I mean, I've said this in this LP quite a few times already, but it's just having a sense of humor. That's all it is, you know. But, and I don't know if it's because I'm part of spam chat that I'm being treated like this, or I'm feeling like I'm being treated like this. But like, I can just get blocked from here too. It's not what I wanted to do. But like, I don't know. I don't like feeling like this. I feel like a lot of things I've been doing in this community lately, like the whole Josh L6 extension thing that I worked pretty freaking hard on, and it basically got ignored for the most part. Like at first it was like, oh yeah, no new levels, and then like a week later it was like, oh well, Josh made these levels. What else is new? I feel like it's boiled down to that. And honestly, that's a huge motivation killer. Like no one really realizes that, but it is. That's a huge motivation killer. It's like, it just makes me think, like, what's the point of making levels for this game? You know, if no one else is going to even acknowledge the fact that I've made these levels. You know? And that sucks. I mean, that really sucks when you feel like that. Of course, that hasn't stopped me from designing levels, because I primarily design levels for myself. You know, because I enjoy designing them. I have fun with it. You know, I'm not gonna let a couple, people that don't acknowledge these levels I make stop me from doing it altogether, because that would just be, a really stupid thing to do. That would just be people controlling what I can and can't do, or what I should or shouldn't do. But it does bother me. I can't hide the fact. It does bother me. I'm human. Things are going to bother me. Things are going to get to me to the point where ignoring it just doesn't help. Because ignoring something doesn't necessarily make the problem go away. I think everyone can agree to that. It just, I don't like it. I don't like feeling this way. I want to be part of this community for, hopefully, for the rest of my life. Whether Chips Challenge lives on that long, which if it's lasted 25 plus years, it's probably going to last for another 25. Who the hell knows? I don't. I want to be part of this community for as long as I can. And being part of this community, it means it's pretty important to me. At this point, I don't know how I, lived my life not being part of the community back in like 2007, 8, when the first, well, I think it was Chips Portal at first, but when that site was around, I wish I was part of the community at that time, because it was probably a lot more active back then too. Who knows what kind of impact I would have had on the community at that time. I basically, what I'm trying to say is, I guess I feel like my Chips Challenge career has run its course. I feel like I've done as much as I could for this community in terms of like making levels, or attempting to optimize or whatever. I guess it just does no good anymore. You know, I remember back in like 2012, 13, you know, when a lot of people wanted me to get into optimization, and now that I kind of am, it's like it doesn't even matter. You know, and it's just, I don't know what that means. I seriously, I do not know what that means, if anything. You know, does that mean like, oh, you know, okay, your car optimization, you know, goody, you know, good for you. Like, is that all it means? Or, you know, I mean, I don't know. Like, is there, you know, I still have fun designing levels, but, you know, I would like someone other than myself to play them. And yeah, that's probably a lot from someone who's had like 4 or 5 sets LP'd by different people, you know. And I've said this to every person that's ever LP'd a set of mine. You know, I've said, you know, thank you. You know, I had fun watching it. I had fun, you know, listening to it, and you know, even some criticisms I've even taken into consideration to make whatever sets those were better. You know, and I really, you know, did enjoy them. And can't thank whoever else, you know, JB, LPing Josh L4 and 5, and Trevor LPing Josh L2, which without a doubt had the biggest impact on me. You know, and Jeffrey, you know, going through my CCLP4 submission set, which was completely unexpected, but I'm glad he did. I'm glad that wall's right there. Thank you, Pie Guy, for including that. Even though you're not watching this because you're doing Pie Guy things, like shattering JB's hopes and dreams on the Order Grilled, or Auto Guild. I don't even know how the hell you say that. Sorry, JB, if you heard that. But I don't know. I was really hoping being on the CCLP4 staff would, you know, get people to realize that, okay, you know, this guy, you know, he's more than just a level designer. He's more than just, you know, an aesthetic whore. You know, and I don't mean that as an insult to myself, by the way. It's a joke. So, but you know, I want to be treated like I have more potential than just being a good level designer. You know, I thought getting 6 million in CCLP1 would have shown some kind of potential in the optimization field, and who knows, it probably did. I know some people were, you know, happy for me that I got that achievement. You know, I'm one of 6 people. You know, but I bet I would be like one of like 30 people if other CC community members were around still, like Andrew Bennett, or, you know, I don't even know who else to list. But, you know, being one of 6 people, that's pretty awesome to have. You know, and those other 6 being pretty good optimizers. So look at me, I'm technically optimizing right there by that little block method. See, I have learned some things in optimization. I'm not just doing it just to copy people. You know, I even found 2 records in CCLP1. Those records might have been easy to get, but I was honestly pretty proud of myself for finding generic ice level. It's like, you know, holy crap, I actually beat JB. You know, I actually got bold +1 on a level JB got, you know, and that once bold time on. You know, the same thing on Rhombus, you know, how I somehow got to 19, because I guess JB's boosting wasn't perfect when he got to 18. You know, I can't describe, you know, those might be simple builds to get now, but when I first found those, I was so proud of myself, you know? You know, I don't know if I'm going to find any in CCLP4, because JB has a pretty good advantage with optimizing custom sets prior, but still, you know. Like, I feel like a lot definitely has changed. Like, I remember when people would get excited, and I can't believe I messed that up twice. I remember when people used to get excited for, you know, level previews, you know, like, oh, you know, a new level, a picture of a new level that we've never seen before, like, oh, you know, that's so cool. You know, and now when people do it, you know, it gets almost little to no recognition whatsoever. It's like people are getting tired of new levels or something, you know, I don't know. You know, just earlier tonight in the Skype group, I posted a link to a level I just made tonight, which was originally a dumb idea, but it's actually, you know, when I refined it, it turned out to be a pretty legitimate concept that actually hasn't been done before, to my knowledge at least. So, and it got absolutely nothing. No comment, no nothing to it in that group. Like, it was just uninteresting, nothing new, even though it was new. And instead, a discussion about the current time trial was talked about. And then I went on to say, you know, I plan on making a time trial, a level 4 time trial level at some point, which I do. I told Mika that I wanted to for, you know, a while, since Jeffrey's been doing it a lot lately. And I said that in the group chat, and that also got ignored. So, it's like, okay, well, almost anything I say just gets ignored, so what's the point of talking? And that's what bothers me. It's like, you know, things like that are getting ignored when they really shouldn't be. Like, okay, you have nothing to say about it, sure. You know, yeah, it might be late at night, and, you know, I'm not giving, you know, time for people who actually care to reply to that. But, I mean, come on. You know, it's a new level. I mean, how can you not say anything about it? And then, you know, and it's not just with that, it's just with anything now. It's like, oh, I'm gonna make a new, you know, level set. Nothing. No response. You know, oh, I need, you know, some advice on such and such. You either get advice or you don't. You were going, I'm so sure. I just feel like I'm not being taken seriously. I feel like, you know, I'm being completely undermined, you know, like, oh, I'm just another one of those members, you know. I shouldn't let it bother me. And for 2 years, I was trying not to let it bother me. But like I said, I'm only human. And ignoring it, it really does no good. So I mean, I really don't understand, you know. Like the sad part is there's nothing I can do. You know, I just thought, you know, being on the CCLP3 staff would prove, you know, I'm more than just a level designer. You know, I'm capable of a lot more than this. But I'm not being treated as such, and I don't know what to do. So, if anything, I don't know if there's anything I even can do. And there most likely isn't. And if that's the case, well, then anything I'm saying here right now, you know, isn't doing any good. So, I don't know. That's just my rant for today. That lasted like 20 minutes longer, like 15 minutes longer than I want it to last. But, just, the end of it right here is, you know, you know, anything I said, I'm not saying it as if I'm complaining about it. I'm not saying it as if, you know, I'm being a crybaby, like, oh, I want people to notice me, you know, notice me, Senpai, blah blah blah. You know, I don't want any of that. That's not what I'm trying to get at. What I'm trying to get at is, you know, I just don't understand. There's just nothing I can do. You know, no matter how many new levels I can make, or no matter like what bold times I can potentially get, or what overall score I can get, I'm not getting recognized for it. Like, I'm not being, like, by recognized, I'm not being like, you know, like, no one's really noticing it. Like, I don't want people to be like, oh my god, Josh got this bold, no, let's throw a party. You know, just, I guess the biggest example is Zane. Zane has lately been getting a lot of CC1 bolds to the point where he's now in the top 10, which is pretty awesome. And it's kind of taken notice to one person in particular, which I get, but it kind of stumps me, because I was doing the same thing with CCLP1 trying to get 6 million, and I got that, and I hardly got any recognition for that. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point I'm getting at here. And I don't like it, but there's nothing I can do, so I'm just going to stop talking about it, because we're on Water Trap. Water Trap is my favorite CCLP3 level ever. I love this level so damn much that I'm not going to talk about anything negative about this level, even if I die completely stupid multiple times, which I hope not, because we're already 24 minutes in. Yeah, Water Trap is a pretty awesome level. Okay. Like, this concept of moving blocks around to get, you know, trap buttons held in the order you need to go. I don't even know how to describe this concept in words. Like, okay, so that first trap button lets you go to get the yellow key, and then the yellow key could give you another block to, I think you can blow the bomb up now, actually. Yeah, then you can use this block to use this to hold down the next trap button so you can get the fire boots. It's slow progression that I love so much, and this is probably one of the few concepts in this set, or in general, that I can't replicate. I've tried replicating this quite a few times already, and I never seem to be able to do it. So, okay, I do need to press the tank button. But I'm just gonna get the block up here right now because why not? Like this concept is pretty awesome. And in my opinion, it's honestly in the pretty perfect placement in this set. I think the only thing I don't like about this level, which admittedly the designer of this also doesn't like, is these glider sections. Which, yeah, I don't like that either, but it doesn't ruin the concept. Like, it has nothing to do with the concept. Like, I think out there is just, filler. No. Okay, so we can go up here. This bug part's kind of cool as well. Okay, so I need to move that block to go through. Here. I appreciate that that ball thing is, a 3x1 and not a 2x1, because the 2x1 stuff is annoying. So, as much as I love this level, I can't agree on one thing. Well, aside from the outside part, I can't agree that this could be improved on. Like, this is a pretty well-designed level. But I think the concept can be done, not better, or maybe better, who knows. But, yeah, like, this level's pretty damn awesome, like, altogether. There are, of course, the obvious, oh, I wish that wasn't there moments, but oh, okay, I need to get a block to blow that bomb up. Like, just every block is useful for something, and that's what's cool about this level. I do want to try to make a level with this idea, though. One day I will. One day I'll figure out how to do it. Okay, I think it's safe to say I can go up here. And there's also that guesswork right there, which, I guess you could technically see from when you're up in that trap part. But still, it's kind of annoying. Okay, and that chip under the block too, I definitely wanted to put there. yeah, just little things that make an otherwise awesome level. So yeah, hopefully in the next video I'll have, you know, more brighter things to talk about. But that's just something that's been bothering me for over 2 weeks now. So yeah, I'm sorry if that's not what you expected out of me. I really do. I really am sorry. Like, I actually didn't want to talk about that at all, but at this point I can't help it. Like, it had to be talked about. And the only thing I can hope for now is just I hope it, you know, that it's at least understood. You know, that people at least kind of get what I was trying to come across. You know. But if you don't, you know, it's alright, you know. Just, I'm not upset or mad or have any hard feelings of any kind to any one person in particular. Like, this is, like, none of that was directed towards anyone. So yeah, just please be aware of that. Like, that wasn't directed towards anyone at all. It's just it's one of those moments where everything just kind of piles on. Like, any problem that you could potentially have happens, and it just piles all on you at once. Not to the point where it stresses you out, but to where it gets to you. It makes it, you basically can't just ignore it. So yeah. Alright, so Marooned, which is the best level ever. I don't know. I think the Lynx bold is 131. So let's actually try to get this. Alright, that was actually pretty easy to get. Well, Marooned's a pretty easy level, so yeah, that's it. That's it for that one. I think with all that being said, I think I'm going to end the video here. That was quite a rant I just had, if that even was a rant. And yeah, I want to talk about more brighter note stuff in this next video that I'll be recording. And I'll actually upload this next one the same day this video is uploaded. So basically whatever day this video is uploaded, the next one will be as well. So just because I know this rant was kind of dumb and kind of more personal and probably not what people wanted to hear. So yeah, I'll give you guys a bonus video because of that. So if anyone even cares. I mean, I feel unimportant as is. So yeah. Till then, we'll continue on with Beat the Heat. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video, which should be up around the same time. So see you then.